Welcome back to another vlog, guys. I feel like it's been a long time since I did an introduction like this, just because the last video was a compilation of edits, and before that I think it was like a brief 20-second introduction. So welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, I'm in Geneva right now. Brother, what are you doing in Geneva? I don't even fucking know, to be honest with you. I thought it would be cool to come here, and as you can see, some very nice scenery. So the plan is we're gonna line up a bunch of videos of me doing handstands and push-ups in front of the mountains and the crazy scenery here in Switzerland. The intention was to go to Bulgaria, but since Paris is pretty close to Geneva, and yeah, I just thought that Geneva would be a cool trip. So I'm here in Geneva. It took me 14 hours of travel to get here. I puked twice, I barely slept, so I'm not in the best condition, but I'm still making this introduction because this is probably like the most raw, genuine state you're gonna get me in. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing here in Switzerland. The main trip is going to be in Bulgaria in a couple of days, but I figured might as well start vlogging in Switzerland. I'll do a little vlog over here. Probably nothing too crazy, just like a bunch of different edits of the clips that I'm going to be doing. So that'll be like a sneak peek of what you guys are going to be seeing on Instagram in the future. But with that being said, bro, let's just get to it. I have nothing else to say. So it's currently 4:18 p.m. I just tried to take a nap, and the entire hour and a half I was just rolling around because it was so hot in my room. So I asked the Airbnb host for a thinner blanket, turned off the heating. I think it was blasting on 32 degrees Celsius yesterday, and I could barely sleep. I slept maybe 6 hours, but I was waking up 3-4 times a night, and yeah, it was brutal. So we'll try this out. Here we go. Let's see if it focuses. A little ginger shot. I've never taken something like this, but I do feel like my immune system is a little bit weak right now. So, cheers. What the? I was not how I expected it to taste. Wow, but apparently it was good for you, right? And tomorrow we're gonna go on an adventure. So it's gonna be a 16-hour day. Basically, I start at 5:30 in the morning. I wake up. 6 is going to be the first bus, and then I need to take a train. I'm going to take a couple different trains. Basically, I'm going to be out until 9 p.m. So a full 16-hour day. You guys are going to see what that's going to look like. I do apologize if some of the clips are vertical and not horizontal, just because the push-up and handstand clips, they are for Instagram. So this is a project I'm working on right now, where the individual clip, I'm just going to post it like a Sonder type beat. You guys have a behind the scenes of what I'll be posting on Instagram in the next coming months. So that was day 2. Day 3 will be tomorrow, that 16-hour adventure. And then for day 4, honestly, I think will be the highlight. Sorry about that. For day 4, honestly, I think it'll be the highlight of the entire trip. So let me show you guys something right here. Alright, Iliesse, you gotta know him if you're in calisthenics. Let's see what he just said.
Salut, salut. Bah écoute, normalement on va s'entraîner au paquet samedi. Samedi vers 16h au paquet.
If you don't speak French, basically he said that Saturday is going to be in a location which is an hour and a half from where I'm staying right now at 4 p.m. So I gotta be there, bro. Another day in Geneva. So I just got to a city called Montreux. As you guys can see, it's pretty freaking nice, can't lie. I'm gonna hop on this train soon. It's called the Golden Express Line, something like that. We're gonna go to the first city, which is called Gstaad. From there, we're going to take a cable car up to somewhere called Wispile. Gonna do some clips over there, then back again. Gonna take the train from Gstaad to Zweisimmen. Gonna go to somewhere called Rinderberg. And then again, I have to take the cable car up, back from Zweisimmen to Interlaken and Ost. So a lot of different locations today. It's a 16-hour travel day, so it's gonna be pretty extensive. I did sleep a bit better yesterday. I slept like 5 hours, but still not enough. I was in bed for 10 hours, but I could not sleep for some reason.
Nächster Halt, Start. Prochain arrêt, Start. Next stop, Start.
Alright, so we got to Gstaad, but the cable cars are closed, so we're lucky cooked. Walking up to the base of Wispal, and then apparently it's an hour to the summit. I ain't hiking an hour to the summit. I don't have enough time. I'm tired, I need energy, but yeah. Let's see where this takes us. So I got to more or less where I wanted to be. The issue is everything is private property. So where can I set myself up to do these handstands? Brother, 2 hours and 20 minutes? Yo, forget about it. All right, so I think I found a spot. Got one view, two view. If I go a bit down there, I can view that mountain, if you guys can see. And over here, this gonna be a cool shot. All right, I think with those shots that I took, I'm happy, to be honest. So I don't know if you guys can see that cable there, but this is where I was supposed to get brought up with the cable car. Sadly, it's closed for some reason, but yo, we made the best out of it. Remember, in Canada, we have soft drinks and candies, and here you have cheese and dairy products. That's crazy. Alright, so we made it to Zweisimmen. Insane mountains in the background. It's only one issue. I was supposed to take a cable car, and it turns out all the cable cars are closed. So yeah, lesson learned. Don't ask ChatGPT for everything. Always double check. We'll figure it out, man. The last time, the cable car was also closed, and I figured it out. So yeah, just walk around, find some spots, and honestly, I could just post up anywhere and get some nice shots. So gonna find a place to eat as well. It's gonna be nice.
Wir treffen in.
All right, brothers and sisters. I doubt there's any sisters watching, but any sisters, welcome. Made it to the final destination. We're at Interlaken Ost. I'm surprised they don't call it East. They call it Ost. I don't know why, but don't question it. So now we're gonna walk to Lake Brienz, is what it's called. Around a 20-minute walk. got my coffee because I'm low-key dead, can't even lie. And then after that, I'm gonna find somewhere to eat, and I have my next train in an hour and a half all the way back to Geneva. And that's gonna take around 3-4 hours. Then when I get back, bro, I'm gonna make a nice omelet and pass the fuck out. I need like at least 5 seconds.
Oh, all right, my underwear's not in your shot, right?
That's a good question. I'll be kind of awkward.
Oh, I'm a bit. No, it's just a flag. It's a Swiss flag.
So that pretty much concludes all the clips that I'm going to take here in Switzerland, unless I see another nice spot. Like, bro, there's spots like this everywhere, so I won't be surprised if I do find another spot. But that's pretty much it for these past couple of days. Now, the plan for tomorrow is I'm supposed to train with Iliesse in Annecy, which is around 1.5 hours away from where I'm staying in Geneva. So I'm very excited for that. Hopefully he's going to be there and I'm not just going to show up and he's like, oh, sorry, we ended up going tomorrow. So yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. And if I actually get to train with Iliesse, it'll be a dream come true. Like, bro, this guy is legendary. So we'll see. Alright, so as you guys know, I might be training with Iliesse tomorrow. And since I'm on low sleep, a lot of handstands today, and my CNS is kind of cooked from the jet lag, I'm going to do some measures to make sure that I'm properly recovered for tomorrow. So these are some, let me see what exactly this is. So here we got some pain relief patches that my acupuncturist gave to me right before I headed on my trip. Never tried these before, but she said to apply them whenever I have some pain. So I don't really have any pain, but I do feel some soreness. And when I was massaging my arm, like it didn't feel 100%. So maybe I overused those muscles doing a lot of handstands and push-ups. So just as a precaution, I'm going to apply both of these to my shoulder and my forearm, which is where I previously injured myself. So let's test these out. Here's one. Second one opened. And this is where I have most of the discomfort. So I'm going to apply it right here. Cool. So I'll leave it on for a few minutes. And then after that, I'm going to do some rolling. So I have this ball right here for any spots that are like a little bit tight. Then after I finish the rolling, the acupuncturist also gave me this. So basically the way it works, let me see if I get my camera set up. The way it works is basically you apply like a bunch of lotion, because if you don't apply lotion, it's not going to slide. So you apply a bunch of lotion here, and then I like squeeze, let it go on, and then I would like pull down. But for now, I'll leave these for a few minutes, do my rolling after. I'll do this, then I'll take a hot shower, massage these areas, do some stretching, and then try and get as much sleep as I can, so I'll be ready for tomorrow. What up guys, for the next day, doing some activation, and today I actually got the confirmation from Iliesse that training is happening. So I'm gonna do my activation in the morning, which is what my physio suggested to do rather than doing it during my training, because with the training it would end up being like 2.5 hours. It's like a long ass workout. I have no more energy near the end, so I'm doing my little activation right now, 1 or 2 sets of a couple different exercises. And then I'm gonna take an 1.5 hour nap. Finally I was able to sleep properly this night. Slept like 7 or 7.5 hours, but it's not enough. I feel good, but I do feel like a little bit of stiffness, so I'll do the best that I can today. I'm not gonna push 100%, even though when you're training with a world champion, you're very tempted to push 100% and do whatever they're doing, but I do not want to get re-injured, so we'll be safe, do my small activation now, take a nap, and then it'll be a 1 hour bus to Annecy, where we're gonna meet up with Iliesse, and I don't know who else is gonna be there. Maybe Shad, maybe some other people, but stay tuned, we'll see.
La Praille.
Voie centrale, après
La Praille. Sur la 1A.
on est à l'arrêt.
Bonjour. Made it. All right, so we made it to the spot. It's 4 o'clock, and this is the time that Iliesse said he's gonna be here. So just waiting for him to show up. Should be here any minute. But yeah, earlier was crazy. I was like closing my eyes, about to take a nap, and then all of a sudden the bus is stopping, everybody's screaming. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? I open my eyes, and this guy hits the barrier. So thank God the odds were on my favor, and we were able to like leave right after that. The police did like a little search, asked him for his papers. I think they gave him a ticket, but that was pretty much it. So it could have been a lot worse, but still made it.